These are the florals that are inspiring this look, and we are going for a soft cottage English garden. So we're going to start off with a wider ribbon on the back, and that's always a great choice. To do your own bow making, you can get a bow maker like this. These are really easy to grab. We have an affiliate link for them. You can grab one. And then you're going to need some wire cutters, of course, some good scissors that have the titanium blades so they are strong and they can cut through the wire really well. And then we use cable ties here. The cable ties are going to help us secure the center of the bow. So those are the supplies you need besides wired ribbon. We've got all this for you on KeleasDotCom. We make it so easy. There's always a shoppable click list. So we're going to start with the wide ribbon in the back. The first bow we're going to make today has long tails. I like, you know, minimum 16 inches is from the 8 to the 8 here on the bow maker. This is a smaller wreath, so that should work. If you're doing a larger design, you better go a little longer, because the dramatic long tail bows are just what we want when we're doing something like a cottage garden. Like, we want the ribbon flowing in there. So I'm just going with 16 on this one, and I'm going to cut this tail at an angle just to get a nice sharp crisp look. And then I'm going to come in and we're going to do our first loop. Now I'm going to go at 6 inches for this one, so you make a nice little loop here and then you twist. Oh, look at this. 6 inches there. Now I'm going to come on this other side and I'm going to do 6 inches here. Now we're going to scrunch that down, and that's going to give us one loop on either side. So it's just a nice soft start to this design. If you want to be more bold with the back pattern, do 2 loops. So if I want to be more bold, then I'm going to do 2. So I think I'll go with the bold look. We're going to do 6 on either side. So here, I'm twisting with the left hand back, the right hand forward. I'm going to come on this side. Now that I've done 2 on both, I'm going to scrunch it down. Yes! So you see there, we've got, basically created like a little star look. You know, we've got a cross. And then you want these tails to be the same length. So you're going to take and cut them at the same length. Okay, now I'm going to bring in my next ribbon to create my next layer on this bow. So when you're using this type of bow maker, what you can do is build up the bow from the bottom to the top. You can actually see it come together and form for you. So I'm going to take this one. Now this is a pretty cool ribbon. It's wired, but it's this neat jute. So it's got this great texture. But see how it's wired? Like, I can do fun stuff with it. That's what you want when you're using your ribbons. You want ribbons that have like texture, depth. This one we're doing because it's got the natural touch that says cottage, softness. You know, we kept the colors. We want pink, but we don't want it too bright pink. So this is a great soft ribbon to put on top. And I really want this to be an impact. So we're going to do 3 loops of this. Just a little shorter. So instead of 6 inch, we're going to go 5.5. When you come to the center, you're going to twist 5.5 over here. And I'm going to twist right hand forward, left hand back. And so that switches as you go side to side. Right hand forward, left hand back. And we're going to do 3. So there's 2 on that side. And once you get one loop made, you can kind of measure off of it. You don't have to be able to see the measurement in the back each time. You can just work right off of it and twist and shape it out. So today we are building bows for a English cottage garden inspired design. We're doing that because of Bridgerton coming back out. So very, very excited about it. Okay, bring this one down. I am letting these be a little bit longer because I'm going to curl them up. I love to curl. Now, this looks really beautiful. We could stop right here and be content with this bow. Be very dynamic, beautiful, very lots of movement going on. I am going to come in and add what we call a bow tie, and that's a little finishing piece with this ribbon right here back to the front, okay? So let's bring this dude in, and we're going to create our own little bow tie in the front. So ribbon recipes are infinite. You can change a recipe by changing the number of loops you're using. You can increase, you can decrease. And because of the way we're doing this, it's not built in stone here. You can go back and change it real easy and adjust. So you're going to cut a loop of ribbon that is about the size you want it to be. And we were at 5.5, so if I could get from 5 to 5 on here with this loop of ribbon, that'd be perfect. So this time we're not going to have a tail. So you've got to create this little loop like this, and then get these overlapping in the middle, and then bring the center down. You got to get it where it's even. Once you do that, you can just take and pleat it right up in the middle. So this is why we call it a bow tie, because you can see we just made our own little bow tie. And that bow tie goes right in the middle right here. Boom. How cute. So the bow tie is going in. Isn't that adorable? Now, what we're going to do next is come in with our cable ties and take this bow off of here. All right. So this process goes slow. Don't rush it, because this is where you could lose your whole center of your bow. You want to take your time to do this part, okay? So run that cable tie right beside the dowels, which means it's going to be a little off to the right. And while you do that, you're going to add pressure on top and bring that up. And I'm going to start to get a little pressure on here, okay? Now that I've got that up, I'm going to rotate this around to the back, and then we're going to fluff it out. We're fluffing it all out. We're putting the loops where they need to go. And this is a really important part of the process, because you've got to be able to shape it up right now. And that includes pulling the tails where you want them to go. But once you're ready and you think you've got it, where you're happy with everything, you're going to flip that over. Look how beautiful that bow is. You're going to come behind, and you're going to add a pressure there to hold it while you're pulling that cable tie really tight. And that's what's nice about cable ties. Even when you get ready to take it off, you can get one more little punch in there. So the center has the green cable tie in there, and we don't want to see that. It's up to you what ribbon you put in the center. I generally don't pull a third ribbon that's not in the bow, but you could. You could do that. You could totally do that. But I'm going to take the jute. I'm going to put the jute in there. Okay? But if you have another idea, you tell me what you would. Thanks for the likes and the follows, the shares, all the things. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You certainly help me out every time you guys do that. And do that for not just me, but anyone you follow on your favorite social platform, because that means the world to them. Especially if you can't go purchase from them yet, or you're waiting to purchase or something like that. When you can share or give them hearts, love, all of that kind of stuff, it really helps them out. All right, so that jute, you see I folded it on itself? I've got a nice little strip, and it's super cute. Now run that right down the middle. As soon as you do that, it like instantly makes the center of the bow stinking adorable. These little details, like taking the time to get the center of the bow looking good, or adding in details of the florals that you'll see as we do the wreath and we put it together, they matter, because details equate to more money when you get ready to sell your pieces if you're a seller. And of course, the better it looks, the better it's going to be on your door if you just want to make something beautiful for yourself. So take a little time. Don't get rushed. Wreath making is a process in floral design. It's a process. So if you take your time and enjoy it and don't rush through it, you can really use it like therapy. And it's not an inexpensive hobby, but I bet you it's cheaper than therapy. Oh, so look how beautiful. Look how beautiful that bow is.